Before there was Hogwarts, there was Manannan. In this playthrough of King's Quest III, we step into the shoes of a kidnapped boy with a secret destiny. And yes, we will probably die an awful lot. Let's start this game. We have to let the playthrough go. Let the intro go with the beautiful music, because if we don't, you kind of miss a little bit of the intro, and the wizard gives you a chore. You actually won't know what the chore is if you skip it. So one thing that I want to add is that I did do a playthrough yesterday, unsuccessfully. I was not aware that there were a few things that needed to be done. First of all, there's a timer, and if you don't do things in time, the wizard will find you and kill you, especially if he finds you with items that you're not supposed to have. Those are asterisk items in the inventory. So I had to start over because I couldn't proceed. Gwydion's a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with an evil and cruel wizard by the name of Manannan. Gwydion gazes upon the countryside of Ludor with longing, wishing he were free to leave, but alas, such is not the case. Manannan treats the poor boy like his slave, ordering him about constantly, threatening him and refusing to ever let him leave the premises. Often, Gwydion wonders who he really is and how he came to live with the old wizard, but Manannan offers no help in that area. Oh, the door's opening. Suddenly, the front door opens and out stalks Manannan, the wizard. "Gwydion!" he shouts harshly. Oh, Gwydion rushes to his side, afraid he may be in trouble. "Why are you not working, boy?" the wizard sneers. Gwydion mumbles a faint reply. "The kitchen floor is filthy," Manannan grumbles. "Go sweep it now." Turning on his heel, the wizard re-enters the house, slamming the door behind him. So this is kind of what you need to wait for. He almost looks like he has a visor. Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well. In resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Manannan into the house. Alright, so he told us to go sweep the kitchen. Now, remember, I told you that there's certain items that you do not want to be caught with. So, like for example, this is okay. Table. The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people. There's a little metal cup on the table. Take cup. You pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. So because of that little playthrough that I did yesterday, I know like the house pretty well. So we need to clean the kitchen. We're going to sweep the floor. There are certain things that you have to do in the right order or the wizard will kill you. Because you don't want to be caught with certain items. So if you have an item that you're not supposed to have, like in his presence, it will have an asterisk next to it. So for example, the empty cup is okay. And you'll notice there's a timer up here because there is a timer involved. So around the 5-minute mark, he's going to approach us. By he, I mean the wizard. All right, so look, kitchen. This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. Look wall. There is an iron rack hanging on the wall by the fireplace. Your trusty knife is hanging on the rack. Your wooden serving spoon is hanging on the rack. All right, we know from other King's Quest games that if they specifically mention an item, you can probably take that item, and you should. So you take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you. And let's take the spoon. You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. Now let's look at the shelf. The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and the kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl that you use for all of your mixing. Take bowl. You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. So you see, these are all safe items. Look, barrels. The barrels only contain foodstuffs. They are too huge to move. All right. Let's go look at this table. There's some interesting items over here. Isn't it crazy how much graphics have improved? Use the heavy oak table when you prepare food for the table. Right now, there is a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. All right, we're going to take those items. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you. Take bread. You take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. And then there was some fruit. Take the fruit and carry it with you. Let's save. So now we've got a few minutes. Let's look dining room. See if there's anything interesting here. This is where Manannan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There is a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people, but the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Let's go do a little exploring. We need to wait for the wizard. So if you go this way, this leads us to his office. Look, cabinet. The oak cabinet has a brass handle on its door. Your feather duster is lying on its top. Take duster. So one of the chores he could give you is to dust, like to clean his office. So that's how you would do that. But he's only going to give you one chore. We're just doing this to kill some time right now. So many books line the bookshelf. You wonder when Manannan has time to read them at all. Titles cover many subjects from ancient Arabic mythology, sounds interesting to me, to a study of the heavens, to the philosophies of Socrates. Up here, this almost looks like a computer. Same thing. Oh. What does he want with us? You aren't going to be in my room without express permissions, Manannan says gruffly. Go find something to do. Gwydion, my chamber pot needs servicing. Go empty it immediately. Okay. Out of my way. Hopefully get off this staircase now. This cat's a menace. Empty chamber pot. Gross! Look, chamber pot. Manannan's chamber pot is on the floor beside his bed. Empty chamber pot. Disgusting. Wrinkling your nose in disgust, you throw the smelly contents of the chamber pot out the window. What a way to make a living. Now we're going to put it back. The despicable cat slips away from your grasp with a fierce scratch to your arm. Let's try it again. Too far away. Will he stop somewhere? Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. Now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? So one thing we need to do is we don't want our inventory on us. Take fur. You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds. Stupid cat, you scoff. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me. The detestable cat leaps from your arms, snarling and scratching. So we need to hide our stuff. Drop inventory. Because, again, if he catches us, if the wizard catches us, he will kill us if we have anything. So you get on your hands and knees quickly shove all your possessions under the bed. These will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. So we've dusted the office. Okay. Oh, it's him again. Oh, and he's back again immediately. What the heck is going on here? Gwydion, I have decided to take a journey. Okay, this is what we want. So now that he's gone, we are free to do a few things. We have 25 minutes. So we have till about 29 something. So we need to go upstairs. And you can't auto walk because it, like, you know, you're blocked. Oh, how these games have come. Okay, great. The cat's up here. There's a telescope. We're not going to waste time with that. You can't actually look through it. Look floor. You see nothing on the floor but a dead fly. Take fly. You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry around a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. Okay, it's a good time to save. This, no doubt, makes me so anxious. All right, we need to go to the vanity. Open vanity. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it and then close the drawer. Now look, see, those are both asterisked items. We do not want to be caught with those things. As previously mentioned. All right, so look, closet. The closet is fashioned of ornately carved mahogany. Open closet. Look behind clothes. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink has faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was. Close closet. Look on top of closet. You run a hand along the top of the closet. Suddenly, you touch something metallic. Grabbing it, you discover a small brass key. What could it unlock? See it again. Open drawer. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eyes fall on something that does, a vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. All right. Now we need to go. You open the door and go outside. Alrighty. Open gate. Take chicken. You've managed to catch a chicken, but what are you going to do with it? Well, let's take a feather. Take feather. Tucking the chicken firmly under one arm, you gently pluck a small feather and then you let it go. Open gate. All right, we go back in. You know, it's not like King's Quest 1 where you have to remember to save. All right, we're gonna go back in the house. Open door. So now we need to go to the basement. Which way is the basement? We're gonna save this multi-study. I need some help here. So now that we have the key, open cabinet. You unlock the oaken cabinet using the brass key. Inside you find the magic wand. You take it with you knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing. So we need to remember to put it back. Now we go to the bookshelf. Book lever. The metal lever is attached to the back of the bookshelf. You push the large book aside, revealing a metal lever attached to the back of the bookshelf. Move lever. All right. Trapdoor opens, revealing steep stone steps leading into the darkness. There we go. Oh, another fun stair game. All right. So we need a few items. We need toad spittle, saffron, toadstool powder, mandrake root powder, nightshade juice, and fishbone powder. And then we're going to prepare our spell. Oh, good thing we didn't fall from the top. All right, we have about 13 minutes. Bookshelf. You curiously gaze at the strange jars of ingredients, the animal and human bones and other odd implements which line the rows of shelves. You see jars of ingredients resting on labeled shelves. Shelves bearing such ghastly names as powdered fishbone. This is your hint on what you need. Nightshade juice, mandrake root powder, saffron, toad spittle, and toadstool powder. So take powdered fishbone. All right. Take toad spittle. Take saffron. Take mandrake root powder. Take nightshade. Can I just say that? Take nightshade juice. All right, what do I have? I need the powdered fishbone. We have the nightshade juice, the mandrake root powder, the toadstool powder I have, right? No, we need that one. We have the toad spittle, the saffron. Okay, toadstool powder. Take toadstool powder. Save this. Alky lab. See, let's pause again. All right, so we're gonna go to the table. Prepare the flying like an eagle. All right. Oh no, I don't have the... Oh, I do have the fly wings. Okay, look table. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, and a flint plus measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. So we are going to open page 4. Okay, get closer. With trembling hands, you turn the pages of the sorcery of old and prepare to follow its instructions precisely. You know you must work with the utmost care. Each step is critical. Each must be done in the proper way, in the proper sequence. You tremble in anticipation. This is what we're doing. Okay. Put hint of saffron in essence. You carefully sprinkle the precious saffron into the vial of rose petal essence. All right. Of winged spirits set me free. Oh! We hit enter too soon. Let's restore. Let's try this again. I don't see how to proceed to the next line. Open page 4. You know you must work with the utmost care. Okay. Put pinch of saffron in essence. Carefully sprinkle it. Okay. Of winged spirits set me free. Oh! Oh, winged spirits set me free. How do I go to the next line? Oh, there we go. That worked. Looks like punctuation matters. Where is it? Of earthly bindings, just like thee, in this essence, behold the might to grant the precious gift of flight. Wave magic wand. You wave the magic wand over the vial of rose petal essence. Oh, that's so annoying. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Save it. We're just going to pause again real quick. The trapdoor groans shut, disappearing into the floorboards. Move book. You move the big book back where you found it, so it again conceals the thing. Do we want to put the wand back? Yeah, let's do that. Open cabinet. Put wand. You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it. All right. Let's leave the house now. You cannot cheat it and hop down. You just can't. Not even this last little bit. You gotta stay on the yellow path. Stay on the yellow brick road. So that you don't fall. Even that little bit right there. It's too much. All right, I think we have about 9 minutes. I gotta hustle. So if my math is correct, there's a room with a tree that has acorns just south of us, and then we are going to this little house. Oh! Shit. We don't want them to be home right now. That's unfortunate. Well, let's go get... We need some mistletoe. And then we'll go back to the house. Look tree. Take mistletoe. You search among the hanging mistletoe until you find a sprig that has dried. You break it off and carry it with you. All right. Let's go back. Hopefully they're not here. Knock door. Shit. Scram! We're not interested. Okay, let's go south. We'll go back up. Let's try it again. No reply. Okay, perfect. Open door. All right. So remember that story of the 3 little bears? Baby bear stuff was just perfect, right? Take forage. Take forage. All right. Remember, Papa Bear's was too hot, Mother Bear's was too cold, and Baby Bear's was just right. So let's go upstairs. Okay. Almost there. So we need to look in this drawer. Open dresser. Open drawer. I love you, honey. You open the drawer, and among the clothes you see a pretty silver thimble. Take thimble. Okay, we save again. Healthy bears. All right, so now let's pause real quick. So there's multiple walkthroughs that you can look at, and some of them are all, you know, just a little bit different. There was one that I looked at that looks good, but I didn't think I'd have enough time. As it is, this one feels really close to me. You really gotta rush. It's not good for my anxiety. Take dew. Holding the silver thimble beneath a dew-filled flower, you gently tip the flower so its dew runs into the thimble. You move from flower to flower, repeating the process until your thimble is brimming with dew. All right. So let's go to our inventory. Go to the map. Okay, so we can see where we've been. We want to go here. Nope. Which puts us at the bottom of the path. Because I didn't know that there was a timer. Okay. So we're gonna go hide our stuff. Take fruit. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve it. So we're about a quarter of the way through the game now, I guess. So now we can go back to the playthrough. Save. I'm going to pause real quick. All right, here we go. Oh. Back in business. I have returned, Gwydion, and I am ready to eat. Let's go in the kitchen. Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You better feed him quickly or dire consequences may result. Give fruit. Give fruit, Manannan. Give. Pause it. How do we type that out? How do I spell his name? I think I'm misspelling it, and that's why it's not working. Oh, the double N is second. Give fruit, Manannan. You place the food on the dining table before the hungry wizard. Ravenously, he devours every bit of it. And I should have thought to save, because if I had messed that up, I would have had to wait like the 5 minutes again or whatever. So we'll save now. Talk Manannan. He's too busy to reply. It's obvious the wizard enjoyed his meal as he lets out a satisfied belch. He rises and leaves without so much as a thank you. Well, of course he wouldn't. He doesn't care about us. Clean table. Look shelf. Writing at his desk. He looks up from his work and greets you with a scowl. Boy, you know I don't like you to enter my private study, especially when I'm writing. Leave now, or I will make you leave. You aren't to be in this room without my express permission. Go find something to do. You have been neglecting the chickens. Go feed them. All right, let's go feed the chickens. You open the door and go outside. There he is. All right. That took forever. I'm going to bed. Do not disturb me. Okay, so that was at 43. So I think we have about 20, 25 minutes. Let's save this. Manny nap. I think it's funny anyway. All right. Let's go up to our room. We need to go get our stuff. Get all. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve all your possessions. So we're going to look at the map and where... Oh, I can't? Do I have to go out of the house first? All right, where do we want to go? It says teleport to the foot of the mountain, but I think... Okay. Well, we haven't been there yet. Let's go here. Oh, stop. F6. And so it shall be. We're going to go in the tavern. So just to recap, we have the fly wings and our essence. Wow, look tavern. One of the surly looking characters yells to the barmaid, "Wench, come over here with more ale." So now we need to look men. The two ruffians at the table see you looking at them and glare back at you menacingly. It's the bandits from the forest. Put fly in essence. You overhear snatches of the two bandits' conversation. Squirm just like a pig, and that rope you rigged inside of that big old tree works great. Now nobody will ever find our hideout. Why, I'll bet even that wizard. She's... Okay, that was... I have to look at the spell. Fly, be gone. Myself, return. The impulse to buzz. You guys got that. So we're going to save this again. And now let's go find... So this was 2 minutes. So much better with the faster speed. Take acorns. You keep looking for dried ones, but you don't. Ah! Run! Take acorns. Reach hole. So I'm gonna just try something before I restore. I don't know if maybe our things will be in the shack. Maybe. We need all our things. Look in shack. Okay. Look table. Take purse. Look shack. Look in bin. Let's see if we can open bin. We need to be closer. I imagine if we get... How close? Okay, let's try this. Where do we position ourselves? Is this... Oh, that's the tree branch. Is the bin over here? Is it over here? Look in bin. Let's have our things. Take all. All right. Oh my gosh. I am so lucky I didn't fall there. We're gonna save. Alky treehouse. Let's look at the acorns real quick. Look, acorns. Take acorns. You eventually find 3 dried acorns and take them with you. Hopefully we don't come across these guys again. Look, our score is 69! Let's see if we can find the eagle. Hang on a minute. Don't see the eagle yet. We need it. So we're gonna go to the store now that we have money. Open door. Oh, that's the wall. Open door. More items. Purse and gold coins. You eagerly peek inside the soft leather coin purse and discover it contains some shiny gold coins. You may want to count them. Count coins. You have 8 gold coins. All right, so we need to buy some things. Look shelves. The shelves are filled with all sorts of useful items. There are a few items of particular interest to you. Leather pouches, salt, fish, oil, and lard. So leather pouches, salt, fish, oil, and lard. Leather, salt, fish, oil. Remember, whenever the game mentions something specifically, you probably could use it. Buy leather pouch. 1 gold coin. What else can I get you? Buy lard. Anything to run the timer, right? A wise purchase, sir, the balding storekeeper states. You will find no better lard in the land. That will be 1 gold coin. All right. Buy salt. You have purchased the finest salt in the land. What else can I get for you? Buy fish. You have no use for fish. Oh, fish oil. A fine choice indeed. And do we buy everything? I think we bought everything. Lard, salt, pouches, fish oil. Yep. There's a dog over here. Look, dog. The dog's lying on the floor, obviously a mutt. The name Kenny is embossed on his leather collar. Pet dog. Of course. Can't just pet his butt. Oh, he's wagging his tail! As you pet him, Kenny licks your hand and thumps his tail in appreciation. A small wad of dog fur collects in your hand and you tuck it into your pocket for later use. Okay, we save back at the playthrough. Elkie store. So now let's go back to that one room, which was, I think, just north. Yeah, this room. I want the eagle. So let's see if we can come across this eagle. Or maybe we just go up? Because I don't know exactly... Oh, there he is. Let's see if he drops this feather. Yes. Where did it fall? Oh, right where we are. That is so convenient. Take feathers. Okay, save. Sure, we'll save it at the store. Now we're gonna go up. We will slow things down. Actually, can I go fast? Do we dare to go fast on the path now that we know it a little better? No! Let's try it one more time. We can still be careful and go a little faster. And I will incrementally save. That saves us so much time. Just the speed. Oh my goodness. Stop. Save. Now this part we might want to slow down. This part's a little trickier. Oh. Fuck. Oh gosh. This makes me so anxious. I kind of don't like the game just for the time. I like to take my time and explore everything. But then on the other hand, it's great to have the challenge too. It's kind of like doing keys in World of Warcraft. Open door. So we need our wand again. Open cabinet. Let's see. We take it. We gotta go back downstairs. I'll have to look at the directions again for this spell, but at least now we know how to get down there. Open. No. Move book. Move lever. All right. Oh. So now we save in the lab. I always want to say it like Dexter. Dexter's Laboratory. We have everything we need, so we can go straight to this part. I'm gonna pause it real quick so I can pull up exactly what we need to do, because we have to do it correctly. So we need to open page 25 with the Roman numerals. Open page XXB. With trembling hands, you turn the pages of the Sorcery of Old and prepare to follow its instructions precisely. You know you must work with the utmost care. Every step is critical. Each must be done in the proper sequence. You tremble with anticipation. I really am. Okay. Put mandrake root powder in a bowl. You pour the mandrake root powder into the bowl. Put cat hair in bowl. You put the ball of cat hair in the mixing bowl. Put 2 spoons of fish oil in the bowl. You pour the fish oil into the bowl and keep the empty jar. Stir the mixture with the spoon. You mix the ingredients together. The mixture turns into an oily, disagreeable dough with cat hairs sticking out of it. Ugh. Put the dough on the table. Scrunching your nose in distaste, you grab the oily dough from the clay bowl and put it on the oaken table. Tap the dough into a cookie. Pushing the palm of your hand on the oily dough, you flatten it until it is in the shape of a cookie. After a bit, the cookie hardens. Now we recite the following verse, and this has to be typed correctly or you're gonna fail. Mandrake root and hair of cat. Mix oil of, and you'll know if you did it incorrectly because when you press enter, it'll submit. Mix oil of fish and give a pat. A feline from the one who eats. This appetizing magic treat. That was a typo. So, wave the magic wand. You wave the magic wand over the cookie and then take it from the table and carry it with you. Successfully completing the spell, you once again leave. You again look at the wizard's laboratory. All right, save it. And we're gonna go back upstairs. Now we need to remember to put the wand back. Let's not fall. And put everything in the office back the way it needs to be. Move lever. Oh, the cat's here. Will he tell on us? Move book. Can he talk? You move the big book back. Okay. Right. How does he not hear all that? I guess he's old and... Open cabinet. Carefully replace it. All right, we're gonna go put all our stuff. So now we save to play through. Let's go upstairs and go put our stuff back. I don't know when he's gonna wake up. It's only been about 11 minutes. I wish I had thought to do the faster speed earlier. This certainly speeds things up. Careful, because he's asleep right there. Drop inventory. Let's go back. All right. So we have some time. Take porridge. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve it. Take cookie. All right. Put cookie porridge. The porridge conceals the crumbled cookie. It still looks as appetizing as ever. I don't know if we have time. I don't want to risk it. Can I clean my room? No. What happens if we go in there while he's sleeping? Let's go look. Oh, he's snoring. Manannan is asleep on his great bed. His snores are so loud they rumble off the walls. Be quiet. You wouldn't want to disturb him. He'd probably kill us. Look, telescope. Manannan has the brass telescope pointed out a window. It is well polished. He uses the telescope to keep tabs on the citizenry of Ludor. Look floor. Sweep floor. We don't have the broom. Okay. So now we just gotta wait for him to wake up. It could be a few minutes yet. So it's been about 13 minutes. Clean the kitchen again, I guess. Yeah. Oh, let's double check. You are carrying the poison porridge. All right, so remember, we did all that. Oh, there he is. He's awake. All right, here we go. Let's go back. Gwydion, my nose is so itchy. I'm so sorry. Gwydion, I have awakened. I am ravenous. Fix me something immediately. Now we are going to give him what he's got coming to him, right? And this will set us free. Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You better feed him quickly or dire consequences will occur. Give Manannan, porridge. You place the food on the dining table before the hungry wizard. Ravenously, he devours every bit of it. It's gotta be cold by now, right? I've been carrying this stuff around for a bit. Oh, I'm waiting with bated breath to see what happens. Remember, the spell was to turn someone into a cat. You fooled him. Manannan didn't realize the porridge was tainted and he ate the whole bowl. And now he looks like his cat. Congratulations, Manannan will never enslave you or the people of Ludor. At last, you are free. Pet cat. You better get on with your quest. He is no longer a bother to anyone. Get all. So now we don't have to worry. We have all our areas saved, for example. All right, we're gonna go here. I like that there's depth. Do you notice that like he actually sunk down? Let me do it again. See? It's the same thing when you go in the ocean. Look, river. Clear water flows over and around the rocks of the stream. Wet mud lines its banks. Take mud. With the wooden spoon, you kneel and scoop a spoonful of wet mud from the stream's bank. You carry it with you. What do we have? Essence. Oh no. Get water. The water in this intertidal is very brackish. It's not suitable for much of anything. Do we want salt water? You have no need to carry around the stream water. If you're thirsty, just get a drink. Let's go up here. Yeah, you see, if we walk in, it changes just like when you're at the beach. Oh my gosh, we're in the water. Okay. Fill your cup with ocean water. So there were, do we have acorns? Yes. Do we have the mirror? Oh no. Go. I'm glad I saved. Use mirror Medusa. I didn't know that those guys would still be an issue. Oops. Use mirror Medusa. We don't want to hit enter just yet. Let's see if she'll appear here. Yep. Here she comes. Don't let her get too close to you, because she will... Oh no! She's gonna kill me. You are now nothing but a statue. All right. Play through. Show mirror Medusa, right? Oh my gosh! Ah! So just like before, I mean, we're in this room. So we should be able to go back up, reach hole, and get our things. Okay. But if we see movement, I'm gonna restore. I'm gonna make sure the guy's asleep. All right, we gotta restore anyway, because like we can't handle the fall. Okay. Use mirror Medusa. Keep going. This is what we typed the last time, and she got us. Okay, do we not have it in our inventory? What is going on here? The mirror. Do we have to show it to her? Show mirror. Let's try that. Show mirror. Let's go up here. Now we wait. We don't want to look at her. Remember, it's Medusa. She will turn you to stone. I think it needs to be show mirror Medusa. Try it one more time, friends. Show mirror Medusa. Okay, here she comes. Now, okay. Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces the air as she beholds her own hideous reflection. Then nothing. You dare to look. Medusa has turned herself to stone. Okay. Sure, let's save it. Now we go here. Look rock. You've seen one rock, you've seen them all. You notice an unusual little cactus beside that large rock. Take cactus. Okay, look bones. Within the glass jar you see, oh, because I have something in my inventory called bones, it thinks that there's bones. Look desert. The parched sands of the desert seem to reach forever westward. Look rock. If you've seen one rock, you've seen them all. Look sand. Look cactus. Okay. Look snakeskin. The parched sands of the desert seem to reach forever. You notice a dried snakeskin lying on the hot ground. Take snakeskin. Say this again. Alrighty. So I think we're gonna have a bunch of spells that we need to make, and we need to go back to the house. But, oh, you know what? Why are we walking around like plebes? Let's use the map. We want to go to the cave, which is just north of here. We haven't been there yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So it's a smaller grid than before, at least this area. I keep pressing enter. All right, look cave. There is an opening in the side of the hill which is covered by a huge spider web. Inside it is as black as pitch. Let's see. Lucky cave. Look web. That's a giant web. It's the largest web you've ever seen. You can't help but wonder about the spider which would create such a web. Look, spider. Is it there? You can see nothing from this distance. As you touch the sticky web, a giant spider drops down from her lair in the tree above. You attempt to escape, but her sticky web holds you fast. That is a big spider. She's bigger than we are. You can see her. Oh, man. She's going to kill us. She's going to eat us. Thanks for playing King's Quest. Next time, be more careful. All right. Try this again. Put eagle feather essence. You swoop close to the spider web and find a huge spider guarding the entrance. Taking her in your beak, you vow to get rid of her once and for all. Oh! Oh my goodness! What are we doing with her? Look at that contrast. So if we drop her in the ocean, you're not even gonna see her. It's the same color. That's hilarious. So... do we just return? Your magic spell is wearing off. Alrighty. What cave? The cave opens ominously into the side of the hill. Do we have a light? Snakeskin, feathers, fly wings, bowl. We do not have a light. You have entered the cave of the oracle. You are almost afraid to speak. The oracle remains silent for a long time. Finally, you hear a hollow voice that seems to be coming from far away. I've been waiting for you for a long time, Gwydion. I have sorrowful news for you. What? Years ago, a terrible three-headed dragon invaded Daventry and keeps the people in a state of terror. This monster requires once a year the sacrifice of a young maiden. What? Huh. Sadly, your own sister, Princess Rosella, is the chosen one this year. Time is running out for her, your parents, and Daventry. Well, we didn't know that we had a sister, we didn't know we had parents, and we didn't know that we came from Daventry either. Oh, she's crying. They're like Luke and Leia, but opposite. He's the dark-haired one. You, Gwydion, the hollow voice continues, are the only one who can save them, but you must hurry. I have something to give you, a small stone of amber. Use it wisely, friend. Can you give it to us? The oracle grows silent again and seems to fall into a deep sleep. You attempt to thank the oracle, but the oracle does not respond. The oracle appears to be in deep meditation. Look, cave. You have entered the cave of the oracle, whose image shimmers indistinctly above a crystal ball. Look, crystal ball. The clear polished ball of crystal rests upon a stone dais. Within it, you see a kaleidoscope of bright colors and flashing lights, occasionally blurred by dark, ominous shadows. All right, we're gonna save. Let's look at our items. I thought he gave us, oh, amberstone, there it is. Got it. So let's go back to the house. We have so much stuff. We must have really big pockets. Okay. So no matter what, we still have to go back up the path. It will not let you teleport to the top. Honestly, I feel like after you kill Manannan, or I guess we didn't kill him, we just made him a cat, made him inoperable, you should be able to. So at this point, I'm going to have to get out the guide again because we have some spells to create and I don't know what they are. Look, cat. Is that the pet? Look, cat. So that's his pet, not Manannan. Open cabinet. We don't have to return the wand anymore. So there's a few spells we're gonna have to do now. Open, no. Move book, move lever. Okay, doors open. These stairs are not quite as treacherous. I'm sure if you tried, you could probably kill yourself at that point. You could probably fall off and... like that, except that this isn't far enough to kill me. All right, let's save it under the lab. I just noticed this little, that's a bowl or a pestle or whatever, mortar and pestle. It looks like a smiley face. It's pretty cute. So let's look at So we're going to be creating several spells here. So open page 2. With trembling hands, you turn the pages of the Sorcery of Old and prepare to follow its instructions precisely. You know you must work with the utmost care. Every step is critical. Every time I say that, I say strep. I don't know why. Okay, so this first spell is Language of Creatures. Put small feather in a bowl. Okay. Put the fur in the bowl. That's the dog hair. Put the snake skin in the bowl. Put the dried snake skin in the bowl. Add a spoonful of powdered fish bone. You pour a spoonful of fish bone into the clay bowl. Put a thimble. Put dew bowl. We just say that. You pour the thimbleful of dew into the clay bowl. Mix with hands. You knead the ingredients in the clay bowl with your hands. It turns into a stiff, dough-like substance. I feel like those items would not, I guess depending how much liquid we added. Separate mixture. No! Oh my gosh, it made giant ears. And that's why we saved it. Let's do this again. Open page 2. Okay, starting over. Put the feather in bowl. Okay. Put the fur in bowl. Put snake skin in bowl. Add spoonful of powdered fish bone. Put dew in bowl. Mix with hands. We save here just, you know, in case we mess it up again. Separate mixture into 2 pieces. You will definitely want a guide for this. You grasp the doughy mixture in the bowl and divide it into 2 pieces. And then you need to follow it precisely what it says. No. Put dough pieces in your ears. Put dough pieces in your ears. That is so weird. You very gently place the 2 pieces of dough in your ears and pull your hair down over them. You prepare to recite the magical incantation. Remember, guys, don't put anything in your ears. Ever. All right, so the incantation also has to be exact. If you misspell something, it will not work. Feather of fowl and bone of fish. Molded together in this dish. Give me wisdom to understand. Creatures of air, sea, and land. I like the poems. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. You're all ears now. All right, let's do it again. I don't remember if we... Do I still have the feather? That was silly. I don't remember what point we saved this. Do I have the reptile skin? No. Okay. Separate mixture in 2 pieces. Okay. Put dough pieces in your ears. Okay, we're gonna save this again. Oh, can't. Feather of fowl and bone of fish. Molded together in this dish. Give me the wisdom to understand. What's going on? Why can't I type? Give me wisdom to understand creatures of air, sea. It was the Oxford comma it didn't like, and land. You have to type it exactly as you see it. No. What did I type incorrectly? Let's try it again. Separate mixture in 2 pieces. Okay. Put dough pieces in your ears. Okay. Let's go look at. I have another spell book. I have another thing up. Let's see. Maybe we try it without the commas? I don't know. Feather of fowl and bone of fish. Molded together in this dish. Give me wisdom to understand creatures of air, sea, and land. Oh, I put creature. Creatures of air, sea. We're going to do it without the comma. Sea and land. That worked. Okay, wave magic wand. So I must have been to look at the replay. You wave the magic wand over your dough-filled ears. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Save this again. Now we're going to make a couple more spells. Now we're going to do teleportation at random. So let's open page 7. Okay, we know the drill by now. Grind a spoon of salt in mortar. You place a spoonful of coarse salt grains in the mortar. Then using the salt pestle, you grind the salt until it is very fine. Grind the mistletoe in mortar. Placing the dried sprig of mistletoe in the stone mortar, you crush it with the pestle. Alrighty. Soon you have a crushed mixture of salt and mistletoe in the mortar. You remove the pestle and lay it aside. Let's see. Alright. Remind me, if we fail this, that we stopped just before this next step, which is rubbing the stone in the mixture. Rub the stone in the mixture. Is that the amber stone? Yes, you place the beautiful amber stone in the stone mortar. Very carefully, so as not to miss a single spot, you rub the amber stone around the mixture of ground salt and mistletoe. When you have finished, you remove the amber stone and discard the remaining powder. Kiss stone. Snap. Recite the following verse. With this kiss, I thee impart. My contacts are not playing nice. Power most dear to my heart. Take me now from this place hither to another place far thither. Wave the magic wand. Wave the magic wand. You wave the magic wand over the encrusted amber stone. Successfully completing the spell, you look again at the lab. All right, save this one more time. Next spell. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more spells to do. Okay. Open page XIV 14. Okay. This one's for causing a deep sleep. Grind acorns in mortar. Putting the dried acorns into the stone mortar, you use the pestle to grind them into a rough acorn powder. Put nightshade juice in bowl. Dang it. We must start over. Night night, Gwydion. Can we just kill ourselves? Thanks for playing. What do we have? Nightshade juice. I must have typed it wrong. Okay. Open page XIV. Let's try this again. We'll save it now. Just save us a step. Grind acorns in mortar. Okay. Put the nightshade juice in bowl. What is wrong with what I'm doing? Grind the acorns in a mortar. Okay. Put the nightshade juice in the bowl. Why am I failing this? We're going to look at our other guide that has the spells. So this one is the deep sleep. Let's see. Oh, this one is... I'm missing a step. That's my fault. Grind the acorns in a bowl. Grind the acorns in the mortar. Okay. Put the acorn powder in a bowl. That's what I was missing. Turning the heavy stone mortar upside down, you carefully pour the acorn powder into the bowl and then return the mortar to the table. Put the nightshade juice in the bowl. You very carefully pour a cupful of nightshade juice into the clay bowl so as not to spill a single drop. This is now an ugly brown mealy liquid mixture in the bowl. Stir the mixture with the spoon. You gently stir the unappetizing liquid. Light a charcoal brazier. Making sure there is fresh charcoal in the brazier, there is a small supply here. You light it with the flint. Soon the brazier is hot. Heat the mixture on the brazier. You gingerly place the clay bowl of ugly brown liquid on the charcoal brazier. All right. Soon the hot brazier brings the mixture to a bubble, then a boil, releasing a bitter smelling steam. You let it boil until the nightshade juice is nearly gone and then remove it from the brazier. Spread the mixture on the table. You pour the bowl's contents onto the oaken table and then spread the hot, sticky mixture over the tabletop. In a few minutes, it has dried to a very crumbly, coarse sleeping powder. All right, so now, I should have saved right before that one. So now we got to recite perfectly. Acorn powder, ground so fine. Nightshade juice, like bitter wine. Silently. In darkness you creep. Whoops. To bring a soporific sleep. Soporific sleep. Those are big words for a kid's game. Wave the magic wand. Is it really a kid's game though? You pass the magic wand over the table. Put the sleep powder. Oh, remember we bought a pouch. In the pouch. Oh no! Ah! We went all the way through that and we have to do it all over again. Do I have the pouch? Yeah, I have an empty pouch. Why didn't that work? Ah, grind the acorns in a mortar. Okay, put acorn powder in bowl. I practically have this part memorized now. Okay, put nightshade juice in bowl. Right. Stir the mixture with spoon. So before we get to the spreading, when we get to the spread the mixture on the table, we will save it. So I don't have to go through this again if I fail it again. Light a charcoal brazier. Okay, we did that. Heat the mixture on the brazier. Okay. So we're gonna save. Soon it brings the mixture to a bubble. All right, you let it boil. Save it. So we're at the point where it's boiling. Spread the mixture on the table. All right. Recite the following verse. Acorn powder, ground so fine. Nightshade juice like bitter wine. Silently in darkness you creep to bring a soporific sleep. Wave the magic wand. Let's save. Because this is the part that we failed at last time. Let's look at this other guide real quick. Put the sleep powder in the pouch. You untie the small leather pouch, scoop the powder from the table, and place it within. You now have a pouch full of sleep powder. All right. Next spell. We have a few more spells to complete. This one is for becoming invisible. Open page. Okay, so I know my Roman numerals. I don't know this one. CLX1X. That's, I have no idea. Open page CLX1X. This one makes us invisible. Oh. Open page CLX1X. All right. Save. At the beginning, cut cactus with knife. Okay. Squeeze cactus juice onto spoon. We're going to wash the spoon from the prior. Grabbing one of the measuring spoons. Oh, it's a different spoon. Grabbing one of the measuring spoons from the oaken table, you grasp the slit cactus in your hand and squeeze it until you have a spoonful of cactus juice. The small cactus is now quite devoid of liquid, so you toss it away. Okay. Put cactus juice in bowl. You carefully add the spoonful of cactus juice to the bowl. Save again. Put lard and cactus juice, lard in the bowl. You scrape the lard into the mixing bowl and keep the non-empty jar nearby to store your finished formula. Add 2 drops of toad spittle. Yum. Save again. Stir the mixture with the spoon. Using one of the stirrers lying on the table, why wouldn't you use the spoon? You mix the lard, cactus juice, and toad spittle until it is smooth and blended. Sounds really yummy. Sounds like, you know, maybe you could use it for a facial. All right. Now, cactus, plant, and horny toad. I now start down a dangerous road. Yeah, I'm 12. Combine with fire and mist to make. You disappear without a trace. So we're supposed to rhyme make and trace. Wave the magic wand. All right, let's save in case we mess this part up. Put ointment in the empty lard jar. You scoop the invisibility ointment out of the clay bowl and return it to the lard jar. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the wizard's laboratory. Save it again. So our inventory list is getting smaller. That's good. All right, we have one more spell, I think. No, yeah. Let's make sure we got them all. So the language of creatures, teleportation, deep sleep, becoming invisible, and now this one is called brewing a storm. Open page L. The brazier has burned all the charcoal and is now cool. Open page LXXXIV. So I will look up these numbers and put it in the video along with the definition of soporific. Okay, put a cup of ocean water in the bowl. We typed something wrong. Oh, look at the storm cloud. Let's try this again. Open page LXXIV. 3X XXX. With trembling hands, you turn the page. Okay, save. Now that we're in here, put a cup of ocean water in a bowl. What am I doing wrong? Look at the other guide. I will also link both of these. Put a cup of ocean water in a bowl. Carefully, you pour the cup of ocean water in the mixing bowl. All right, so we did it that time. I don't know. I guess I had a typo or something. Light a charcoal brazier. Making sure there's fresh charcoal. Okay, same message as the last time. Heat the bowl on the brazier. Being cautious not to burn yourself, you gently place the bowl of ocean water on the hot charcoal brazier. You watch as the salt water slowly warms, then begins to steam. You remove it just before it boils. Put a spoon of mud in the bowl. Adding a spoonful of mud to the hot ocean water, you slowly stir the mixture. The mud turns the water a cloudy brown, kind of like kava. Add a pinch of toadstool powder. You put just a pinch of toadstool powder in the bowl of hot brown liquid. Yeah, it definitely sounds like kava. Probably tastes like it too. Flow into the hot brew. Leaning over the hot brew, you forcefully blow your longest breath of air into the bowl, whirling the brew around and around. Oh, we should have saved. All right, elements from the earth and sea. Oh, I gotta be very careful because I don't know where I left off. Combine to set the heavens free. When I stir this magic brew, great, that'll trip you up, God Thor, I call on you. Whew. Wave the magic wand. You wave the magic wand over the bowl of hot brown liquid. Okay. Pour the storm brew into the jar. Waiting until the liquid is cooled, so you don't shatter the jar, you carefully pour the storm brew into an empty glass jar. Successfully completing the spell, you again look at the lab. All right, we are done here. So now what? Let's get out of here. So we save under our playthrough. Let's go real quick and just let's go teleport where we just to round out the map. So we need to go one room south because we haven't been there yet. We were here, in another play, and we haven't done these. Which I can tell. If we had done F3, oh, that was very nice. If we had done F3, it would have, it brings up your previous open door. One of the rowdy seamen yells to the barmaid, "Wench, come over here with more rum." Look, wench. What's a wench? Look, barmaid. What's a barmaid? Look, woman. The buxom barmaid has an air of hardened determination. You get the feeling that she doesn't take any guff from anybody. Look, tavern. Bottles of rum and wine sit atop shelves behind the bar. A loud group of seafaring men are drinking rum at the table. They are swapping yarns about past voyages. You overhear as they speak of setting sail land today for a distant land across the ocean. Talk men. The sailors peer at you through bleary eyes and continue swilling their rum. One who looks like the captain pauses and drunkenly slurs. And I am not good at mimicking stuff. So, "Hey, me bucko, be you wantin' passage on me ship? What you running from?" "Ah, it's no matter, long as you got gold. Let me see how much you got." Count coins. I don't even know. You have 4 gold coins. Give coins, captain. As you bring out the purse, the captain snatches it from your hand and says, "Aye, lad, I see you do have a wee bit of gold. It's less than me regular fare, but I'll gives you passage anyways. We'll be waiting for you at the wharf, but not for long." The captain and his men down their rum in one long draught, and then they leave the tavern. All right, so let's save this. So we gotta go. We gotta get on the ship. Let's do this. Oh. You better get aboard, boy, or we'll sail without you. Am I on? I guess so. As the gangplank is drawn in, you hear the captain shout to his men, "Take his things and put him in the old until I figures out what to do with him." You have a sneaking suspicion that you made a big mistake. These are pirates. Look at our score, 169. Nothing like a little salt air to perk up a boy's spirits. All things being equal, you might have enjoyed this ocean voyage. However, you have found your accommodations to be slightly less than satisfactory. Alright, so let's save this as a new Alki ship. Can we go this way? Look, hold. You are in the dank cargo hold of a pirate ship. With caution, you look around the dim surroundings. Mostly you see stacks of wooden crates. Looking upward, you notice a rope ladder dangling partway through the opening in the hold ceiling. The ladder is directly over the largest crate. Climb ladder. It's kind of high. Climb box. Why don't you try jumping? We can jump? Look box. You notice many crates and boxes in the cargo hold. One in particular captures your attention, for it lies directly under the dangling rope ladder. So jump box. Jump box. We do it here. Jump box. Move box. Take box. They're too heavy. Can we go in this other room? Yes. This one looks tiny. Look box. Large wooden crates. There's a smaller one. Okay. Take box. Put box. Jump box. Jump box. Climb ladder. Jump ladder. There we go. Okay. Oops. Do we do Alki ship 2? Look ship. You see nothing special. Oh no, one of the crew has spotted you. You better run. Oh shit! And that's why we save early and save often. Do we want to go... Look captain. Look wheel. What's a wheel? Look room. You look curiously around. Out a porthole, you see a swell of the ocean, a device for turning the ship's rudder sets in the floor. A rope ladder extends up through the opening in the ceiling. Can we go this way? No. Climb ladder. Jump ladder. So, do we go up? What happens if we go above deck? Oh, wow. They have Viking shields. Look deck. Oh. What do you think you're up to, boy? Oh, and he puts me back in the hold. Look, mice. Jump box. Jump box. Jump ladder. Oh. The captain's not there. Let's save again. Look room. This must be the captain's cabin. He seems to be a bit more tidy than his mates, as this room is clean and orderly. Against one wall rests his bunk with a large chest at its foot. We want to look in that chest. Across the room is his desk with a chart tacked to the wall. Open chest. Look in chest. Oh, shit! The captain doesn't want you snooping in his quarters. You're in trouble now. You're more trouble than you're worth. 'Tis the plank. Oh, no. As you sink beneath the waves, you hear the crew rooting for the shark. Thanks for playing. Oh, man. So how do we know... Can't do that. Oh boy. So let's wait on the ladder, I guess, until we see him. Just look room. You have found yourself below the lower deck. They keep the ship's lifeboats here. There are open doorways at either end. There is a shovel lying by the lifeboat. Oh, I see it. Take shovel. We're going to save this as ship 3. We're going to have to start renaming some of these other saves. We're so close to being done, guys. So close. Look room. This is the berthing. This is where your average pirate sleeps. Actually, those bunks don't look much more comfortable than your own miserable cot used to be, and the space is just as cramped. Maybe even more so. At least he had privacy. Look lifeboat. You scrutinize the boat inside and out, but find it to be empty and uninteresting. So he's still there. Do we wait? Let's go down. Let's go in this other room again. Just see if there's anything. Look hold. Nothing. Jump box. Jump box. Jump ladder. All right. Let's go get our stuff. We're not going to dilly-dally here. Open chest. Look in chest. Take items. Close chest. Do we have our stuff? Yes. So let's save it again. Let's save it here. Get all the way to the edge. Hopefully we didn't just leave the room. He's gonna get us! What is this? What is this? Why are we drowning in the sand? Stand. What is going on? This is some sort of bug, right? Like, what is going on? Look, sand. What was that? So it's like he got us, but we just barely got away or something. So you see the shark in the water. Oh my goodness. So now we can go Elkie playthrough. Let's look at the map. So it looks like another path. Look, path. There's a narrow path winding up a steep cliff. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be more paths? Did you see that? We kind of scrabbled along. All right, we're going to save this to the path file. But when we went by this, watch. Oh, we can climb it. Okay, so where do we get off? This looks like we should be able to get off right there. But we keep falling at that point. Do we need to go a little higher? Let's go all the way up. Do we maybe need to... Can we fly again? So we have to go up that path. Use feather essence. Put feather essence. You might need it. Right. Let's fall off this rock just because. Because we know it's not going to kill us. A lone palm tree graces this beach. Dig palm tree. You can't dig here. Dig. Okay. You dig and dig and dig, but unfortunately you find nothing. We don't want it on the fastest speed. We'll go fast. Okay, so now we need to climb. Climbing the large rock on the way. So we'll have to figure out how to climb this rock. So if you look, we can climb this. When we fall, where do we get off the rock? That's what I want to know. Jump. Are we going to climb higher? We get all the way there and then we fall off, so maybe we slow down a little bit. So we go up. Okay, I'm just gonna slow down. You're going too fast. There we go. We're gonna be sorry if we don't save. I have a feeling. So we'll probably fall off again. Alright, how far does this path go? Oh my gosh, we got so dang lucky. Look, path. The thin path runs along the top of a steep ridge. You must be very careful, as one wrong step will mean death. It's very pretty. Definitely not. I mean, the other land that we just left, Gwydion or whatever it was called. Look, waterfall. Melting snow carries a myriad of tiny rainbows as it burbles through the rocks, forming tiny waterfalls on its way back to the sea. Drink waterfall. Once you tasted it, let me say that, see that again? Once you tasted it, you wouldn't want it. Drink water? It tastes like Sierra water. Because it is. So I'm assuming if we walk over here, we're going to fall off and die. Yep. So we're going to climb the waterfall. Let's look at our items again. The feather. What does the stone do? Storm brew. Invisibility ointment. Okay. Which way do we go? What is that thing? It's the abominable snowman. Use invisibility. The terrible hairy creature grabs you with a bone-crushing force. You resist, but it is no use. He didn't kill me, he kidnapped me. He carries you away to his cave where you meet an early and unspeakable demise. Okay, so he did kill me. Let's remember our spells. Use potion. Use invis. Oh, he got me again. Use invisibility. Let's go back down here for a second. Keep going. I'm assuming he's not going to come here. Invisibility ointment. Storm brew makes have the sleep powder, the dough and ears, fly wings, spoon. Use stone. Is this guy gonna come after us? Oh, we can't get up there. Oh, this is a path. I see. And there's a cave. Ah! How can I use those items? Rubstone. The abominable snowman seems quite confused by this. He stares in amazement and then heads back to his cave. You congratulate yourself on successfully eluding the abominable. Oh. So if I... That kills me. Cave. The caverns in this mountain form a labyrinth of amazing complexity. Can we climb? Climb rock. All right. Look, cave. Enter cave. Just walk there. So we can climb that. Unable to grab the ice pack, you quickly assess your chances of surviving a 700-foot fall. Not... Your assessment was correct. We can't. Let's go up again. Let's see. What's over here? Oh no! Let's not. Alright, we're not going. Oh, dang it. Oh, this is aggravating. Why can't I climb down, but I can go up? Wow, this is really tough. Can I, like, jump over here? Probably not. This looks pretty sheer to me. Yeah. Can we go in the cave? Even like that little fall. You guys. His pants match the snowpack. Oh goodness. So every time, it doesn't matter where you enter it. Crawl cave. Enter cave. Look in cave. Here in cave. Reach into cave. So I have a map here, but like it is not. Oh, so we can't look at that. Not right now. Oh. Okay. Where are we? Oh! So let's slow down the speed. Can we climb here now? But I don't know where we're supposed to go from here. Do we go there? No. But we're making progress. So let's slow it down again. I kind of want to save again, but let's see. Don't walk off. Let's repurpose one of these. Elky path 2. So okay, so we come out here. We're going to save this again. We haven't been there yet, right? We went through that one. We went through this one. Came out here, climbed down to here. Went that way. So we haven't been there. Okay. Tricky. Alright, this is why we're going slow. We're gonna fall here again. Okay. So where do we come out? Down here. But now where do we go? Look path. A narrow path continues onward, but is it this way? No, that doesn't do anything. Let's increase the speed again to fast. Let's save. I can honestly probably save this as gameplay, as playthrough now. This is pretty. Like the Sierras. So just like the staircase, you can't strafe per se. Let's save because, you know, we're gonna end up dying. There's some dead trees. Oh, let's look at this stump. Look stump. Look tree. You see numerous evergreen trees and bushes. The forest is very tranquil. Look full. Okay. Nothing in there. Okay. Dang. Okay. I thought for sure we were gonna die. What about if we fall here? That kills you. So you successfully fall for 20 meters before you hit the bottom. You get a 4.1 from the Russian judge. So you cannot, you gotta follow the path. You can't jump. So it looks like we can only go this way. What is this? Look well. The old well has been filled with rocks. It's useless like everything else in Daventry. The well gives a feeling of futileness. Clear well. Take rock. Look rock. If you've seen one rock, you've seen them all. What about our map? Does it work here? What's that like? You see here? It puts... What is that? Look, tree. Some plants and trees around Daventry have been burnt black and leafless. Look, dead tree. I should try save. Oh, who's this? Walking in. You speak directly to the old gnome. He chuckles softly to himself, then replies, "It's about time you got here, lad. I mean, Prince Alexander, welcome home." We knew we were the prince because the oracle told us. But anyway, we didn't know our name. Heaven knows we need you. Daventry's been suffering for years now since that despicable dragon came. So this is the gnome from King's Quest 1. The old gnome narrows his eyes to slits and he leans forward in his chair. That monster demanded the sacrifice of your poor sister, Princess Rosella, and I'm afraid time is running out. Your parents, the king and queen, are suffering such grief that they have locked themselves in yon castle and refuse to see anyone. Staring intently at you, and how does he know that I'm Alexander? The gnome goes on. It's up to you, Alexander. Your country and family need you. It's written in the wind. The wizened gnome relaxes and settles back in his chair. He begins whistling again. So the castle. Look rock. Look around. You stare at the rundown shack. Upon the porch, a withered gnome rocks in a creaky old rocking chair, whistling a merry tune. The shack leans heavily to one side, and you wonder why it doesn't fall. Oh, the moat. The moat is gone. Look, castle. Everything is tattered and like dirty. You gaze sadly at the deteriorated castle. It's obvious that it was once proud and beautiful, but now its banners are torn. Its stones and statue work crumbling, and the moat has been drained. It's as if no one cares anymore. There's plants everywhere. The palm tree's still there. Open door. Knock. You rap loudly upon the massive wooden doors of the castle. Hollowly, emptily, the sound reverberates within. No one answers. Is there another way to go? Can we go north? Can't tell if we're moving here. The tree's in the way. We are not. Look, rocks. Look, rubble. Look around. You look upward and view the mountain range you so arduously crossed. Well, you made it to Daventry, but what's this? It looks like a cave leading deep into the mountain. You see evidence that a door once covered this cave entrance. Huge boulders lie scattered about, apparently from tumbling down the mountain. You see evidence that a door once covered this cave entrance. Look, door. We can't go that way, right? Oops. I don't think we will probably fall. Yep. Look, wall. A stone wall travels to the north and south. You try to go over it, but find it too high. There is nothing of any interest on the other side of it anyway. Look. Floor. There's nothing of interest on the ground but green grass. What can we do? How can we get into the castle? I keep forgetting that we can teleport. Let's do that. Look around. You look upward and view the mountain range you so arduously crossed. Okay. It looks like a cave leading deep into this mountain. What is this? How do we get into the cave? This way? There we go. Okay. We will save. Oh yeah, teleport there. Stop being silly. Teleports. I keep forgetting we can do that. We're gonna save here. Alright, let's go into the cave. It's kind of hard to see because there's like, you know, it's hard to tell that there's dimension. Not like, you know. Do we kill him? Excuse me. It feels strangely hot up here. What have we got that could kill a dragon? Sleep powder. We have a knife. The knife's not going to be enough. Invisibility ointment. As you unroll the delicate map, it crumbles in the intense heat. What? Let's go see what's up here. Oh! A huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you. Hypnotized by its baleful glare, you stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon's barbecue. Restore. All right. So the guy becoming invisible. Rub the ointment on your body. Rub ointment on body. Okay. So now we're invisible. Stir. What's that potion called? Storm brew. How can you do that? Stir storm brew with finger. Okay. Now what? Use storm brew. Cast brew storm. Brew a storm. Churn it up. Churn brew storm. You guys, use magic wand. Wade magic wand. Stir up storm brew. Stir storm brew with finger. It says okay, but invisible. That's the incantation spell. So stir storm brew with finger. Brew of storms. Churn it up. Oh! So why does it kill the dragon but not them? Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain and falls to the ground dead. Look, dragon. Your magic spell is wearing off. So she's crying and screaming with dragon. The dragon lies dead upon the ground. He was no match for the fury of your magical storm. So if you remember, this is the land where the giant was. Can we go one more room over? Yep. They're all dead. Is the beanstalk still there? We have to look, right? We have to look. Hang on. Before we do that, let's save it under a different save. Just in case. You have skillfully detected the boundaries of Cloudland. The rest of your quest will go quickly. So you can't go back to the room where the beanstalk was. It was one more over. Okay. Talk, girl. Help me, untie me, Princess Rosella screams. Untie Princess. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander, you proudly exclaim. The girl looks doubtful. I'll explain it all later. You continue realizing that now is not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. Kiss Rosella. You plant a brotherly kiss upon Princess Rosella's soft cheek. We go this way. Yes. No. Why does she look like she's wearing like either a wedding gown or like a nightie? And we gotta go down this damn path again. We're gonna go slow. Well, normal speed. She's quite buxom. Like big Tita Mickey over here. We will save just before we get to the other room. Right now. Now she's in the way. How do we get around? Oh! How do we get around her? Talk, princess. Bashfully, you introduce yourself to your long-lost sister. How can I be sure you're really my brother? Princess Rosella wonders. I know. My mother always said that Alexander had a cute birthmark on his bottom. Let me see if you have it. Oh my goodness. Embarrassed, you reveal your cute birthmark. Oh, Alexander, she cries. You really are back. Mom and Dad will be so happy. Talk, princess. You ask Rosella about your parents. Mom and Dad were heartbroken when you disappeared as a baby, she explains. Dad searched everywhere for you. Obviously, he never found you. Pausing, she looks at you questioningly. By the way, where have you been? You explain that you have been living with an evil wizard in the land of Ludor, and that you turned him into a cat by using magic. How awful for you, she exclaims. Well, I'm so glad you're back. You ask Princess Rosella to tell you about Daventry. She replies, hard times hit Daventry right after you were kidnapped. Dad and Mom tried, but it was like they had lost their will. Clenching her fist, Rosella continues, we were down on our guard and the terrible dragon came. We all thought it was the end. I was scared, you know, your sister answers, but I did want to be brave. I was hoping my sacrifice might somehow help. She brightens a bit. Maybe it did. Because of me, you came. Now we're together again, and together we can put Daventry right. Talk, princess. You comment upon the spoiled scenery of Daventry, and Princess Rosella looks disgusted as she replies, the dragon did all that. He burnt our countryside, and we were all terrified to even come out of our houses. You don't remember, but it used to be very beautiful. Talk, princess. You and Rosella engage in idle pleasantries. You discover that your sister is not only beautiful, but very strong-willed and brave. You admire that in a woman. Okay, this is probably all we can do to talk to her. Oh my goodness, that was annoying. So save here. It's really the playthrough. Ah! What? No, not fastest. We want to go fast speed. Fastest is too much. Okay. Oh, yippee! You did it, Your Majesty! The gnome squeals in delight. I knew you would save us all. King Graham and Queen Valenice will be overjoyed to see you two. He claps his gnarled hands. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers towards the castle. How's he gonna beat us? He's an old man with a cane. Look, rocking chair. Look, chair. It's just as it appears. It looks bloody. She's still on the way. Look, her hair completely matches the color of the sand. The castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long-missing son and a much-loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. Everything's all still tattered, but hey, we're home. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valenice. As you recall, we saved her in King's Quest 2. Graham and Valenice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Your mother exclaims. As your father, I'm so proud of both of you. Ah, Graham is gray now. What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says. but it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. And now it's no longer clouded. Before your astonished eyes, the magical mirror clears and shines anew with brilliant clarity. Queen Balanice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead, our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. King Graham lovingly retrieves... Oh, that was his hat. I thought it was flowers on the wall. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. Is he going to give it to us? With emotion, he tells you, Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time he had a new traveling companion, and he flings it in your direction. Up and up, it gently arcs. You raise your arms to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. The end. So we don't know who gets it. Wow. Congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest 3. So we're 12 points short. We hope you have enjoyed playing as much as we have enjoyed creating it for you. May the adventuring continue with King's Quest 4. Yeah, we just see it frozen there. Can we save? I guess there's not much of a point. All right, well, thank you guys. Can I turn the sound off so you guys can hear me? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I will see you in the next one with King's Quest 4.